So the other day I was doing my due diligence as a parent, hanging out with my son, and he has become a phenomenal gamer at the age of 5. I am absolutely impressed, and he just showed me one of the reasons why he's a really good gamer by playing Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I was playing with him the other day, and first and foremost, I wanted to play the game so bad, but I don't want to play the game and not know what happens in the game. I didn't want to spoil the game for myself while my son plays the game. So he's been playing the game, and when I noticed how far he got in the game, he was almost done with the game. And he wanted me to play with him. Now, this one thing about my son, he loves co-op. He wants me or my wife to play with him in a lot of these games, whether it be Mario 3D World, whether Mario on the Wii U, any game that's co-op, he wants to play. I mean, we actually been playing some, Kirby, the Kirby game that's on the Wii. Well, no, I'm sorry, the Kirby that's on the Switch. So I was just playing, and I was just amazed how far he got in the game by himself. But he wanted me to play with him, so I played with him, and I was just taken aback because, like I said, I wanted to see how much he has been enjoying the game. Every now and then he'll play it, and I'll just watch from a distance, and he's really into it. So he was pretty much done with the game, but he had like 4 more levels to play. So I was playing with him, and I know I'm pretty good at 2D platformers, so I did not want to overtake the game. I was just watching him play. And one thing I love about Nintendo games, and this is one of the reasons why I absolutely love Super Mario Brothers Wonder, is they give kids a chance to learn and figure out parts of a game that, you know, in most cases nowadays, even grown up gamers don't want to, go through. A lot of people just want to play the game, be a badass, and just run through the game and have fun and watch the story and enjoy themselves, be immersed in that. But one thing about Nintendo games, they really put puzzles in games and certain scenarios in games that basically that are for kids. And I watched my son complete the puzzles. In some cases, he couldn't figure it out, but I wouldn't say anything. He would try to ask for help, but I'll tell him, no, go figure it out. Because that's what I did when I was young. That's what I did when I was playing games, and that's how I figured out some things, as far as gaming in my past. So I just watched him do it, and he was, it didn't give him much trouble, but he figured it out. And I watched him as I was, we were co-opting, so I didn't do much. I basically was just running along with him. And I watched him complete this game, and it felt like the biggest accomplishment that he had. Now, don't get me wrong, he's beaten other Mario games. He's beaten Bowser Fury, and he's beaten Mario 3D World. And this is one of the games where it was a 2D game, and it was, I ain't gonna say it was more difficult, but for him to transition back and forth, it took him some time. But he was a 3D gamer, but he started. But when he played Wonder, and he played a little bit of Mario on the Wii U, he figured it out. And I watched him figure it out, and I watched him beat this game, and it was one of the biggest. It was an accomplishment for me just to watch him do it, but to watch him be extremely excited of him beating the game gave me I don't know. It's just a different feeling from, I guess, from a father to son, watching your son complete a game by himself, basically by himself. I mean, like I said, that was co-op, but I was just tagging along. I wasn't necessarily playing. To watch him do that made me have a special respect for Super Mario Brothers Wonder. It's a little different. Like the first time when I beat Mario 3, but that was me, and for me to do it, it was a great experience. But just watching your kid do something similar as beating the game of Mario Wonder, it to me, I can't explain it. It just hit different. But all I know is I absolutely love the game. It gave my son a feeling that I don't think that he would probably ever experience again. Just that first time. I mean, when he beat Mario 3D World, it was, it was more of a collective because me and my wife was literally helping him. Bowser Fury, he kind of did that on his own, but when I saw him beat that game, it just wasn't the feeling that I seen from Mario Brothers Wonder. I don't know if it's something got to do with 2D games or whatever the case may be, but it was literally like a throwback to how it was, or maybe it was a throwback to where it was when I was a kid, and I saw, him, or when I was a kid and I saw myself beat a game and I felt so empowered. And for him to get that feeling, and I saw it genuinely happen, him jumping up and down, screaming, and throwing his arms up and coming over there to give me a hug and give me a fist bump. It was just a totally different feeling, and I I get it. I always knew it, but for me to see it for myself, I understand where Nintendo is coming from with these games. These games they're an experience, and they're also some form of a educational learning experience. And my son, eh, I don't know what it is, but these guys at Nintendo, they do it right as far as making games that kids can relate to, and making games that kids can learn from, and they learn problem solving skills. They learn, how to adjust at certain things. And it to them, I don't know what Nintendo's trying to do, but they bring fun and learning at the same time, and they may not even know it. And I think it's something that, for me as a father, me as a dad, really appreciate what Nintendo does. I'm not saying Nintendo can't do no wrong, because I think they have some, issues with their legal department and how they feel about you know, holding on, well, not holding on, the lack of holding on to their legacy games. But as far as what they've been doing for the past, I'll say 3 consoles, even when you look at the Wii U and the Switch, when it comes to children, they got it right. And I commend them for that. It's one of the greatest moments that I've had, probably as an adult or probably in my life. And to see my son, to see him experience that was just absolutely awesome. Well, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I am being summoned by my son now. He wants me to play Super Mario, and, well, I guess it's Mario and versus Donkey Kong now. That game is out. My wife just bought that for him, and he said he wants me to play that with them. So I am going to do that, and I'm going to enjoy my time with him. Because as a gamer growing up, I never thought that these moments would mean that much, but watching your kids play, not all video games, but certain video games like these, it is absolutely is absolutely a great feeling. But I think I said enough. It was just a special moment, man. Really, it really was. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm out. Peace.